The Spirit Media Network is providing coverage of sports, faith, and entertainment like no one else in Mississippi and the Deep South. No other media outlet touches all the bases as we do, from the Friday night lights to rubbing shoulders with the biggest names in college athletics. Be sure to follow us on our multiple platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, our YouTube channel, and by downloading our Roku/Smart TV channel, Spirit Live. Check out our website at spiritmedianet.com for upcoming projects and broadcasts, and stay up to date with what's happening on the Spirit Media Network, where we're changing the game.
Going to recap in the first half, and that second long stretch without a hoop there, about 5 minutes let's see, it would have been from about 5:26 down until Davon's bucket right at the end of the half. Vandy goes on that 17-0 run. That felt like that was kind of where it got away. What happened during that stretch for you guys? Just not making shots, or was Vandy doing something defensively to take you out of rhythm?
You know what? They were doubling the ball a lot, and there was a couple times we got the ball. Like Derek, a couple of times had wide open shots that he tried to drive and ended up, not getting a good shot. Or one time he turned it over trying to pass the ball up. Just not being aggressive to score and shoot the open shot. And again, he's playing in his really fourth or fifth game of any meaningful minutes in his career. So it's not to be unexpected, but it happened. And that there was like 3 plays in a row where they just run and double. Wasn't even out of ball screen. We weren't even setting screens. One time I was out of a play. There was no screen, and there was running, getting it out of Iverson's hands. I think it was Iverson that had the ball those times. But the thing that really hurt us was how we started the game too, Neil, because we talked about how good of a three-point shooting team this team is. And we're trying to run them off the three-point line. We're trying to make, even if they beat us on the drive, we're not going to let them pull in our face because they're such a good shooting team. And we neglected to do that. 10 threes in the first half was, really digging a hole for ourselves. But there's no question we struggled to score today, 51 points. And I thought their doubling of the ball really, again, was an issue for us, and we did not handle that well. And that was the example that I used, but it was other people as well there during that 17-0 run. It just, blew the game wide open.
I think we talked about this in the pregame show today too, but half of State's points in that game in Nashville came in the paint. And Brown back in the lineup for Vandy today, it looked like they were making a concerted effort to clog the paint up. What did they do different defensively that made it tough to get things going inside?
Yeah, I thought that, we didn't do a good enough job getting Tolu touches in there. I thought we handled their pressure, poorly today when we were being pressured. But to only get to the foul line 4 times. When we got to the foul line, I don't had a team only shoot 4 foul shots in a conference game. That's not a lot of shots attempted. That's 2 for 4 from the foul line. 2 of the shots are like late in the game. You got to get to the foul line more than that, especially when you're not a great 3-point shooting team. We were 5 for 19. And again, turnovers hurt us, just a lot of turnovers, and a lot of them coming out of when the ball's being doubled and not helping that man who's being doubled, and not being able to react properly.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start the media portion with Garrick. Garrick, go ahead.
Hey, Ben. After a game like this, do you make it a point over the next couple of days to talk to the guys and make sure they don't get too dejected after a loss like this?
Yeah, that's what we'll do tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll lift, and then we'll meet, because we've got to, really come back together here and show some resolve to bounce back from this difficult week we just experienced.
We'll swing it over to Paul Jones. Paul?
Coach, it looked like Davion got off to a good start, and I know he got hurt a little bit, but came back in the game. What'd you think about the way he handled the pressure?
I thought, he's our best at handling pressure on the team. He did a good job for the most part, and made some good plays. And he's getting better and better. You can see that watching him. A couple of nice passes. There's one nice pass that he had in the first half. He dropped off, I think, to Tolu for a layup. And we dropped some balls today. We had some balls that, there was one early in the second half that Iverson passed off that we just dropped. For whatever reason, we just couldn't get anything going around the basket.
We'll swing it over to John Sokoloff. John, go ahead.
Ben, what kind of impressed you about Scotty today? I know obviously you told us everything Friday that really impressed you about his game, but did he kind of play even better than you remember from that last time that you guys met?
Yeah, he was really good today. First of all, he got him off to a great start, hitting 3 threes to start the game. It really given them, confidence as a team. But I thought what he did best was just handling, like we started to double him in the second half, he went right around the double. He makes great reads, and he's just an outstanding quarterback with the ball. He sees the floor. He's a great passer. He kept finding the open man for him, whether it's coming off a ball screen and just a simple layups. We weren't helping on the roll-offs. We got caught a number of times wondering, are we supposed to help on the roll-off, which you are, and then get to my guy who's lifting late, which is what you have to do. Well, multiple times to start the second half, he burned us on that, the simple ball screen. So then we started trying to trap it, and then he got out of the trap. Then eventually we started switching it, just switching 1 through 5, and probably that was the best thing that we did. If we had to see him again, that's probably what we would do.
And how much did you see your guys in the locker room for long before coming to us? And if so, what was like the frustration level in the locker room right after the game?
Our guys are very dejected and disappointed right now, obviously.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate your time, Coach. We'll get Iverson in there shortly for you guys.
Thanks.
Iverson making his way into the press room right now. And Iverson, we're just talking with folks about the tough nature of this one today. And as a guy who's a leader on the team, what do you say to guys when you're going through a tough stretch like you guys have experienced here these last few weeks?
I was telling them that we, have to keep pushing and we have to stop the bleed. So that's all I really tell them, that, we got to stay positive. I try to stay positive myself. And then, I'm trying to not let my, my inner emotions affect my teammates and, just spread it through the team. So I always try to spread positivity, I always with a smile on my face when I come to practice. And, film and then, telling them what we did right and what we did wrong. Not beating right around the bush. Like I would tell them straight up.
You had 19 today, just didn't have a lot of help in terms of being the only double-figure scorer on the team. What did Vanderbilt do defensively that took you guys out of rhythm on the offensive end today?
They're saying they did some adjustments. I feel like, the red was a little bit more aggressive than the last game. And they just knew what we were doing. And, they just did a pretty good job of taking out our system.
I'll let these other guys talk to you. Thank you, Iverson.
We'll start the media portion with Joel Coleman. Joel, go ahead.
Iverson, of course, you guys started the year, I think, like 4-1 or 4-2 in SEC play. And then before these struggles obviously came about here in the last few weeks, in your mind or in the guys' minds in the locker room, is there a consistent theme to kind of what's been going wrong on the court, or is it just kind of a product of a young team growing up?
I don't take that as a young team growing up as an excuse. I feel like, we just got to come out there and play harder than we did the last couple games and the last couple weeks. We definitely showed that the first couple games of the SEC. And that's all I feel like. We just got to come out there and play harder than we do right now.
We'll go to Paul Jones. Paul, go ahead.
Iverson, Coach talked about the emphasis of Vanderbilt being a three-point shooting team. In your mind, what was it that allowed them to get those open looks in the first half? I know they were kicking and driving a lot, but they were also getting some looks just with ball movement.
Yeah. I feel like they just did a pretty good job of reading. And, with Scotty, hitting them first threes, that gave him confidence. So, I feel like, that confidence that Scotty gave him, it made him keep going, like shooting threes and making them. So, that's all, and it's all about that. Once the team, gain confidence, momentum, they're going to start making threes. That's what I feel.
We'll go to Garrick and then we'll go to John. Garrick, go ahead.
Iverson, I know you were telling Neil about how important it is to stay positive after a game like this, but really how hard is it to stay positive after, you've lost 5 out of 6 SEC games in a row after that great start? How hard is it to keep the right mindset and stay positive?
Staying not just basketball, through life, it's really, I feel like, it's hard to stay positive when stuff is not going well. And, it's really just having the right mindset. And, that's what I feel like, we need to do, stay positive. And, it's not just with basketball, this can teach you how to treat life, just staying positive and, whenever stuff is not going well or not going your way, we're not going to pout. We just, going to keep grinding, going to keep working.
We'll go to John Sokoloff to wrap it up. John, go ahead.
Iverson, you mentioned it a little bit, but 51 points today. What was it defensively that they did more specifically that really made you guys struggle on the offensive end today?
I think I already told the second quarter is there was Reading. They did a pretty good job. There was more aggressive in their red. And, they kind of knew like more of our tendencies because they already played us the first time. And they knew what we wanted to do. And, it's just the matter of fact, just making the adjustments during the game and, telling my teammates to, just keep going and keep being positive. And, that also shows what we got to work on and what we got to do for the next game. So I feel like, all we got to do is just stay positive and come on and play hard. That's all I say.
Thanks, Iverson. Appreciate it.